Hello, Namaste, Konnichiwa, welcome to Sunny Sensai. In this lesson, we will cover two key project management concepts, the Nominal Group Technique and the Delphi Technique. I will use an example to explain the basics and the practical usage. So by the end of this lesson, you should have a clear and complete understanding with no confusion between these two techniques. Let's get started with this scenario. You are the project manager of a software development team working on a new project management tool. You must decide on the most important features to be included in the initial release of the tool. You should definitely engage your team for the ideas and also reach out to the industry experts for a broader perspective. For the team, you decide to use the nominal group technique. And for the expert engagement, you opt for Delphi technique. Starting with the nominal group technique. This is you, the facilitator. Step 1 is to assemble the participants and present the problem statement. The participants are a project manager from another team, a developer, a UX designer, and a financial analyst, all together in a meeting room. And here is the problem statement. Our goal is to identify suitable features for the first release of a new project management tool. Step 2. Silent idea generation. All participants work independent of each other and write down their ideas on sheets of paper. No ideas are shared at this stage. Step 3. Round robin collection. Ideas are shared by participants one by one. Starting with the project manager, we have task management. Next, the developer suggests integration with other tools. The UX designer gives us customizable dashboards. And the financial analyst suggests budget tracking. Back to the project manager, and we continue until we list down all the ideas from the participants. Moving to step 4, the team discusses all the ideas. Questions are asked and answers are provided. This discussion is anchored by the facilitator, who ensures that all participants are equally involved. Now, the last step. Step 5 is voting and prioritization. All participants vote for the ideas. It is a secret ballot. Based on the votes, the ideas are prioritized and the final selection of the ideas is made. Here are the top 5 features for the first release of our new project management tool. Task management, Gantt chart, integration with other tools, collaboration tools, budget tracking. With this, we are done with the nominal group technique. Now that we have the initial inputs from the internal team, let's move to the Delphi technique to engage the external experts. Step 1 for Delphi technique is to define the problem. Appoint a facilitator and select the experts. We already have the facilitator. Here is how we define the problem. A set of open-ended questions to secure expert opinion on essential features for the new project management tool. And here are our experts. A product specialist located in Japan, a UX architect from Germany, and a finance strategist from India. Moving to step 2, gather initial feedback from the experts. The facilitator sends the questions to each expert. This is the response from the experts. It is actually a summary of the responses. Remember, at this point of time, each expert is working in isolation. It is only the facilitator who has access to all the responses. Step 3. Summarize responses and recirculate for further feedback. The facilitator summarizes the responses from all the experts and shares a summary with them. The experts now have access to each other's opinions, allowing them to reevaluate their own and provide additional feedback. This step can be repeated multiple times until a consensus is reached. However, 100% consensus is sometimes not feasible, and in such cases, the decision to stop lies with the facilitator. The first few rounds of feedback typically generate significant value, but as we go further, the value diminishes, following the law of diminishing results. At a certain point, the facilitator decides to stop gathering further feedback and moves on to step 4: finalize and summarize the consensus. This is a summary created by the facilitator. The expert feedback has recommended these 5 features for the first release of the project management tool: task management, Kanban boards, integration with Slack and Google Drive, collaboration tools, chat, integrated basic budget tracking and basic time tracking. This is the final outcome of the Delphi technique. We now have the results from both the nominal group technique and the Delphi technique. How similar or how different are these results? Let's have a look. Task management is common to both approaches. For the second feature, there is a disagreement. Delphi recommends Kanban instead of Gantt charts. For the next 3 features, Delphi technique has further elaborated on the suggestions from the nominal group technique. Basic time tracking is added to budget tracking. For third-party tool integration, specific tools, Slack and Google Drive are identified. Similarly, chat is identified as a target collaborative tool. Let me re-emphasize a very important point. Nominal group technique and Delphi technique do not compete with each other. These are 2 extremely powerful tools designed to address 2 different sets of problems. Here is a table that presents a broad comparison of these 2 techniques. First, the objective. For nominal group technique, NGT, the goal is to generate and prioritize ideas through group discussion. Delphi, on the other hand, gathers insights from experts through rounds of feedback. Next, the participants. In NGT, we usually have a group of stakeholders or team members. For Delphi, it's a group of experts, typically those with a deep understanding of the subject. Remember, we also have a facilitator in both the techniques. The facilitator in NGT guides the discussion and ensures everyone participates equally. For Delphi, the facilitator manages the rounds of feedback, ensures anonymity, and summarizes the responses. Interaction. In NGT, participants interact directly with each other, face to face. In Delphi, there is no direct interaction. Feedback is collected anonymously, which helps avoid bias. The process. NGT follows a structured process: silent idea generation, round-robin sharing, discussion, and then voting. For Delphi, experts provide feedback in multiple rounds, refining their responses until a consensus is reached. Both techniques are designed to limit the bias. In NGT, bias is reduced through structured interaction, ensuring no one dominates the discussion. Delphi reduces bias by keeping feedback anonymous and using multiple iterations to refine ideas. Then we have the time. NGT usually takes place in a single session, so it's quicker. Delphi, however, takes longer because it's done over multiple rounds, with time in between for feedback and refinement. Finally, the use case. NGT is great for brainstorming, prioritizing ideas, or making team decisions. Delphi is best when you need expert judgment on complex issues like risk analysis or forecasting. With this, we are done with this lesson on the nominal group technique and the Delphi technique. If you found this lesson useful, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment with your thoughts or questions. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more project management lessons. Thank you so much and see you again soon.